Today I will be sharing with you guys a lesson that I'm current in the process of learning. If you if you ever know that you're learning something, and what I seem to find about myself that I may not like. So, yeah, my name is Coltrane, and I'm a young man on self-improvement, and I look to help other young men who are also on this same journey as me to become better and fulfill their fullest potential. And I'm also trying to provide a community where it's easy to find like-minded people, like-minded men, so that we can all help each other on the way up. So, without any further introduction, let's start. So, the lesson that I learned was to not let self-neurotic concern and anxiety be an excuse for not conquering your fear, for not facing my fear. So, to be upfront with things, I find that I'm very scared to work hard and allow myself just to do what's necessary for growth. So, a lot of time, physically or mentally as well, when I'm physically working hard, like doing a workout and whatnot, especially like boxing and wrestling, I keep getting to my head and there's these excuses that's like, you can't do this, you can't do that, and then it switches to push harder and to work harder, and the man who's doing it better than you, and then it just start getting into my head, and I'm just so fucking jumble up, and it's like, what do I do from here? And then I start breaking down. I don't know what to do, and I just feel lost and want to give up. But then those times when I do feel like giving up, or not actually times I give up early, but I still gotta be aware of them though. So this is really the lesson for this whole thing, and yeah. So for example, in boxing, I find that I'm quite scared to do certain things, like circuit work, sprints, and some back work, and because it's hard. No shit, that's really just the basic. Nobody really wants to do all this stuff and whatnot. And but then my breathing is the thing. My breathing and getting to my head is two of the problems that I have. Well, if not one, just my mindset, right? So my mindset is really the root of the problem. And it causes me to become overly stressed, overly anxious, overly nervous, and really, really self-concerned, neurotically self-concerned, without any great reason for it, you know? So I will sometimes find myself crying, and just my breathing would just be in the most abnormal ways possible. And I would just don't want to do much and whatnot. And it really drains me necessarily. And after looking back now, I see that it is just an excuse. It's just an excuse for me to not get up and work. So this also ties with no matter how many times you fall, you have to get back up. So I've read Ryan's Holiday's book, Discipline is Destiny, and it's a very good book. And one of the chapter that I keep referring back to is Can You Get Back Up? And it's pretty, and it's a pretty darn straightforward principle. Can you get back up after you fail, after you seem so lost and you want to give up? Can you get back up? And it just hurts me a lot when I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. Anyways, that's off the topic, but so I have a book here, The Way of the Superior Man, and I just want to highlight one of the chapter, right? It's chapter 8. It's lean just beyond your edge. So, it states, in any given moment, a man's growth is optimized if he leans just beyond his edge, his capacity, his fear. He should not be too lazy, happily stagnated in the zone of comfort, his insecurity. Nor should he push far beyond his edge, stressing himself unnecessary, unable to metabolize his experience. He should lean just slightly beyond the edge of fear and discomfort, constantly in everything he does. So for me, I get confused with being too lazy and neurotically concerned with myself, right? I mean, I take that back. I get concerned about, I get confused with being too lazy and being right over the edge, right? Or the other way around as well. So for me at least, right? I stress myself unnecessary, and I'm not able to metabolize a lot of the things that I experience, and not that because I'm too lazy or anything, or because I'm over the slightly like just right over the edge, but because I'm just running away from my fear. I'm literally making an excuse to not face the thing that's in front of me, right? So for example, I was sparring with my training partner, and after a few bop bop tap, right, it keep getting to my head, and it's like, stop getting to your head. It's just a tap tap. My coach has to literally pull me out for after a few minutes, and he told me, uh excuse me, and he told me, why are you being so why are you being so nervous? Like, he was just asking me, why am I so in my head? And apparently after that day, now looking back at it, I actually find out that it was just me making an excuse, you know. Like, a lot of time I'm scared, like I told you, I'm scared to face my fear. I'm scared of this, I'm scared of that. And then here it is, and I'm facing what I'm scared of, sparring and whatnot. And I'm just making an excuse, trying to get out, and I don't want to be too lazy, so what I do is instead I stress myself neurotically, trying to get out of it, trying to run away from my fear instead of just take a deep breath, calm down, relax, and then focus, and then push myself. And then, so I was just being a pussy, if that's what you guys want to call it. And I learned my lesson, that's for sure, because it was just a light sparring day, and I was just in my head, and this and that, and because I'm so scared of work, because I'm so scared to face my fear, trying to run away from it, and by no means is that a flex, because it's not a flex, right? Because I'm not facing my fear, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. And then the other way around, being too lazy, for example. And then for example, so for one example that I was lazy, right, is on, I'm pretty sure it was two or three consecutive Sundays. That's a lot though, right? Three consecutive Sundays. I was just, so usually I go to church, and after church I would usually go home and do some of my work, or just do some relaxing habits, relaxing things, reading and learning, so I can rest and recover for the next day. And so basically, I went to church, and then after church, I have to get my phone fixed. And so and then, you know, that rabbit hole, you know, I'd get my phone fixed, and then I asked my friend if he could take me, and he said yes. He took me, but then he took me to his house so that he can see if he can fix it. And so I had to get my phone fixed, and on that particular day, I was doing my, I was supposed to do something after church, right? I was supposed to write down my schedule for my prioritization, but then I did do it, but it was like really low quality work because I ate carbs before that, and then I uh, and then I was there with my friends, and then we were talking, giggling, laughing, joking, and I was just trying to focus, and it wasn't the best. It wasn't their fault, of course. It wasn't. It wasn't. They were trying to help me. It was just me trying to multitask, and my prototype. So my productivity level, my skill in that endeavor is very low, even as of now, and that was just me being lazy and being too complacent, being stagnate in the zone of security and comfort. I was, even when my phone was done charging, um, my friends invited me to go out and play some spike ball and hang out with them in the backyard. And I was like, yeah, why not? Why not? You know, it's just something to relax. Then the thing was, my body was really tired. I didn't want to relax that much. I mean, I didn't want to like go out in the backyard, and I was just tired. My body was aching out. Like even when I was playing spike ball, I did not want to do much because I was just so darn tired. And so yeah, that was just me. That was just an example of me being lazy. There's countless more. So yeah, I'm not the best at these things, but something to get better at. So that is it for this video. And yeah, if you guys have got any value out of this, me talking, I know it's not much today, man. But yeah, that's just a lesson. Don't cry. And don't cry and be neurotically self-concerned and use that as an excuse to not face your fear. And I'm talking about me. I'm not talking about y'all, really. We're talking about me. This is really for my past self, if you will. For me to look back on and say, okay, that's something I did wrong and I need to do better. So hopefully you guys will keep me accountable and I'll keep y'all accountable in some type of ways. Do these videos, talking and update. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and I hope you guys will enjoy. And if you guys have, please make sure you guys subscribe and help this channel grow. Thank you very much and see y'all next time.